Good morning, Dr. Miller.
Good morning.
So we had a patient that we had to rush to the emergency room, but we had to go to her room to get her personal belongings. And guess what? We find hundreds, if not thousands, of multivitamins and supplements. Can you believe that? What is the right thing to look at this? What is the right thing to do when it comes to vitamins and supplements?
Yeah, this was amazing because she was actually taking 215 different supplements, and it caused her brain to go crazy, and she became unconscious and delirious. And we had to send her to the emergency room in critical condition. This is all because she was taking all these supplements together. It was just shocking to me, but then it brought out a bigger issue, and that is about 80% of Americans are taking supplements right now. And the overall picture is supplements, for the most part, are worthless, and they are dangerous if you take too many of them. So you want to be aware of supplements. Let me tell you a little bit about these supplements and why they're so popular today. First of all, we learned last year, and maybe the year before, that you cannot trust Big Pharma. Big Pharma sells us medications that they have pseudoscience. They have brainwashed the doctors and the public that they need a pill for every illness. And they keep you sick by giving you all these pills. They give you pills that aren't ethical, they aren't properly vetted, and they mandate you take certain ones. So we know that it's all for the money. Big Pharma cannot be trusted whatsoever. And I think most of you would agree with that. But worse than Big Pharma is Little Pharma. Who is Little Pharma? Little Pharma are the pharmaceutical companies that make these supplements. And these supplements have no regulations whatsoever. They can make all these outrageous claims. This will boost your immune system. This will give you longevity. This will make you stronger. This will clear your brain. This will help your heart. And on it goes with these claims that have no reality, no reality whatsoever. They are all fake. So you and I could go out and make supplements very easily. We could just go out and take some leaves off a tree and some grass and grind it up and put it with some chemicals and put it in a little capsule, get a company to make it for us, and we could start selling it. Listen, Dr. Miller says if you take this pill, you're going to lose a lot of weight, you're going to improve your mentality, you're going to improve your heart, and this is going to boost your immune system. Take these pills. You only have to pay $90 a month for them. And we could become very wealthy selling this because there's no regulation on what goes into these. What goes into these things are not even listed for the most part because they don't have to. They're generally regarded as safe. That's grass with the FDA. The FDA has over 3,000 elements and chemicals that they can put into these capsules, these supplements, without even telling you about it. But they're there. You can analyze them and find out. And so what happens, why do people take so many supplements? Well, people are sick, number one. They're overweight. They're not feeling good. And they want to feel better. I can understand that. And they don't trust Big Pharma. They don't trust their doctors anymore because they're going to be given pills that they don't need. So they're going to the other extreme, to these supplemental companies and buying all these supplements in hopes that it will help them. And of course, our health goes up and down. And so I may eat peanut butter one day and say I feel better, and so I attribute it to the peanut butter. So people take these vitamins and these supplements, and they say, I'm feeling better, it really helped me. And so they get testimonies. And it's become a $140 billion a year industry. It's an industry of shysters. It's made for the gullible.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, I just got my lab work done and my vitamin level was good. My iron was back to normal because I was anemic at one point. But the only thing I have done different is eating properly diet, just vegetables, fruits, my meat, and just keep myself walking and moving. I don't do a hard workout or exercise, but I do a good diet. You think that is more important and cheaper that is helping my health?
Well, yes, for most people, if they eat the right food, drink the right drinks, exercise enough, and avoid dangerous behavior, they won't need these supplements. The other reason these supplements are so popular is because there are celebrity doctors and celebrity people that are out there pushing these things. And they're trying to sell them. And they all have this common thing in common. They're against the great diets that we have proven that help longevity, like the Mediterranean diet, like the balanced diet. And they all say you can't eat certain foods or you eat this magic food. And so they always get you hooked by telling you how bad it is. And so by believing these people, they sound credible because they use scientific language. They all say they have studies to prove it, but these studies are fake studies that they paid for. And so they say we have proof and scientific proof that this certain food is bad for you. Take our vitamin and you will be in our supplements and you'll become better. So they are pushing these things, and there's 2 or 3 out there that are really horrible. And I think that people listen to them because they want to believe them. So I have a question. I have a way that you can tell if supplements are true or not. The first one is find out who is selling them. If some doctor or some group or some person is selling these supplements, you can believe that it's for money and not for health. So that's the first thing. Look, the pyramid system is even worse. There are pyramids out there that are selling these supplements and these special diets. And you know what the pyramid is? They get a bunch of people out there trying to sell these things under the company propaganda, and it gives money to the people upstream in the pyramid. And the bosses of these things are making huge amounts of millions of dollars at the expense of the gullible people. So if it's a pyramid system, if it's being sold by some doctor, do not believe it. And even logic should tell you that these aren't any good. For example, let's take this pill that's out here. It says it's made from liver. It's made from cow's liver, and this will help your anemia, okay? Well, just think of how much liver is in that little capsule. First of all, you can't just grind up a liver and put it in there. You have to take out all the organic material. You have to dry it. You have to take out all the bacteria that make it spoil. So you have to process it. You process it with different chemicals, and you have to take the chemicals out, and you dry it, and you put it in this little capsule. So what you end up with at the end is a tiny, tiny little bit of that liver that was supposed to help you. And actually it's less than 1 gram. If you eat one chicken liver, which is 4 ounces, you have 113 grams. So you'd have to take 3 months worth of these vitamins or these supplements to even equal one natural food that you could eat.
So we see a lot of the supplements that sell out there, like Herbalife or Vida Divina or Just Plus. Could you tell me more about those? Are those pyramids? What are they? Are they good supplements?
Those are pyramid systems, and they may start out with a fairly good product. It may or may not be very good, but they overboost it. And what they're doing, they're selling you this stuff that doesn't cost very much. And they have all these salesmen out there that are trying to make a lot of money. And the more they sell using the company propaganda, the more money that goes up the pyramid. The pyramid is that the people at the top are becoming fabulously wealthy by having all these salesmen underneath selling their product and pushing it up. That's why they're pyramids. They're not being sold in the best interest of the patient. They're being sold for the owners of the pyramids.
That's right. So you were saying that, like, for example, the liver pill or any capsule that has these supplements, what do you think it is in there? Is that enough vitamin, or should a diet be better?
The diet is way better because we don't even know what's in this. There may be a tiny amount of the product that they're talking about, but they've processed it so much. There's no regulation in what it's in here. There's dangerous things in it, and so you're being fooled. This is not anything that you need.
So if I go get up my bowl of fruit, or I squeeze my own oranges, I'm getting more vitamin and minerals and properties of the vegetables and fruits, aren't I?
You are, and you're getting them naturally. They haven't been processed. They're not full of different chemicals and things. And so one good meal is worth a month of these supplements that you're taking. So just think, go back to nature, and then you can get everything that you need pretty much.
That's awesome. That's what I have always done and believe. I come from Mexico, and in Mexico we have a lot of fruits. All the countries in Central America have all the fruits and vegetables that we can have, and they're organic. We never had to use that word because it was always organic. So we don't label that, we don't pay extra for that. So I will always encourage people, travel to Central America, travel to the countries that have a lot of tropical weather, because they have fruits and vegetables that are really rich on vitamins and all the properties that we need.
Well, that's good if you can do that, but you can also get them at the farmer's market locally.
That's
and
true.
even our grocery stores, if you look in the right place, there are a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables that have not been processed. There's meat that hasn't been processed. So you can get the good things if you look for them. We always want to test these things according to evidence-based medicine. That is research that's unbiased, that looks prospectively ahead, takes two groups of people, and to find out which works and what doesn't. And so with all these supplements, many studies have been done to find out if people that are taking supplements and taking vitamins live longer or have less diseases than those who don't. The results of all these tests universally is that taking supplements does not increase our life expectancy, does not decrease diseases in any way. One of the excellent places that we've looked at are at the blue villages, the blue cities. These are where people live to be over 100 years of age. What do they eat and what do they do? None of these people take supplements. Universally, they get outside, they walk around, they have a lot of good friends. They do not eat processed food. Some of them are vegetarians, some are carnivores, some are both. But they do not eat processed food, they do not take supplements. These are the people that live longer and happier lives. So let's look at what nature shows us, what the evidence is in science, and let's not be fooled by these supplement gurus.
Dr. Miller, so a lot of vitamins and multivitamins are recommended with our diet. Whenever we go to the doctor, they say, well, give your teenager or your child or a pregnant lady or yourself or somebody above 40 or 50, take multivitamins. What do you think, or what is a study that has been proven that this works or doesn't work?
Right, almost everybody in America takes multiple vitamins. And I won't say that they're bad, but for most people they're not necessary. If you really eat a good diet of fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, unprocessed meat, good whole wheat breads, and plenty of water, you will not need multiple vitamins. The studies have shown that people with taking multiple vitamins do not live longer, don't have less diseases than those who don't take it. Now, there's special circumstances. For example, during pregnancy, you need a high level of folic acid and other B vitamins to prevent fetal abnormalities. So it's very important to take vitamins at that time. The other thing I would recommend, if you're not eating a good diet for one reason or another, not a good balanced diet, eating too many processed foods, then multiple vitamins would be a good way to make sure that you have every vitamin and mineral that you need for a good health. So in that case, go ahead and take the multiple vitamins.
Dr. Miller, so what kind of supplements and vitamins should we take in addition to a good diet?
That's a great question, because after I bashed supplements and how horrible they are, there are some supplements that are essential for us. And I'm going to tell you about them because I'm not selling anything. You can believe me, I'm not making a penny off any of this. But there are some supplements that we need. And the reason for that is that most Americans do not get out in the sun. And you have to get out in the sun to get proper amount of vitamin D3. And so that's one thing that we're very low on. The other thing is that the food that we eat has been stripped of all of its good nutrients. You look at all the things that they call it enriched, processed, and all these things. They've taken out all the good minerals and vitamins that we need, and they substituted it for just sugar and white flour. So we're very deficient in certain minerals and vitamins. The third thing is the overuse of antibiotics, both in humans and in our animal sources, have depleted the good bacteria that we need to digest our food. So we have the wrong bacteria in our gut, and so we're having a lot of problems with our diet. So based on those three things, there are several things that I recommend. Number one, everyone should take vitamin D3, at least 2,000 to 5,000 international units per day. Secondly, you need to take 50 milligrams of zinc. Zinc is important to help absorb the vitamin D3. Thirdly, you need to take magnesium, at least 250 milligrams of magnesium per day. We also should take omega-3. Omega-3 is very important for our brain health, for our overall health. And we don't get enough of it because we've gone off the fish diet. We're eating too much of things that have omega-6, and there has to be a balance, one-on-one, between omega-6 and omega-3. So we should all take fish oil, omega-3, to balance that out. And lastly, we should drink green tea every day. Green tea is one of the best herbs that's ever been found in the human history. It helps us with all kinds of health things. So drink your green tea every day as well. Next, we need to take probiotics. Be sure to get a good probiotic that has at least 50 billion different kinds of bacteria in it that reestablish the good bacteria in our guts. If you take those supplements, that pretty much rounds out what you may need. There are some herbs that are good that are out there, natural herbs, and go ahead and take any of those that you like and eat a good diet, get out and exercise in the sun, and you will be healthy and happy.
Thank you so much.